All right, guys, welcome back. It's FlipSide Tactics versus HellRaisers, just about to go live right now in the CEVO Pro Placement Series. This is the matchup. HellRaisers favored to win as we come streaking out into the pistol round. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good A hit. We got Bondic and Blade holding defensive positions here. Bondic getting aggressive, flashing out, unable to find any kills, though. Picks off Angel just a little bit, though. There's the smoke. Blocking Bondic off. That should be pretty easy side entry right there. Blade's going to have to fall back. And you see FlipSide Tactic basically playing for the retake. Simple down, though. That's huge.
Oh, man. HellRaisers is just getting ripped apart, though. They got slowed down initially because of the nice pot flash in by Blade, and then it was Bondic who peeked, saw 4, and immediately was like, nope. Just completely turned around and went right back out, set up on top of the catwalk, and even though the smokes were down, HellRaisers just started getting picked off as they tried to trickle on into the site. And the bomb doesn't even go down there. So, I mean, it looked like, whoa, HellRaisers is just going to storm through. It'll be up to FlipSide to retake, but they just shut it down completely. So pistol round to them. And interestingly, HellRaisers not even going for the force buy here. Except for really Kucher and Simple with Eagles and Kevlar.
Well, I mean, you don't have the bomb plant, so there's no chance they're going to be able to get that third round buy. Maybe they're going to try something sneaky on round 3, some Tech 9 sort of stuff. I don't know. You see action going on in mid, though, pushing right out from the smoke. That's going to be Simple. He gets picked off by Blade, and that forces Moo to back off. Bomb works its way towards mid. It's going to be dropped over there. You see just the delay tactics going on at A site. One smoke at main. Pretty heavy cluster up in mid, though.
Yeah, I mean, often mid control is what everything's going to come down to on cash. Blade, though, with the MP7 will find Angel. Simple has also fallen here. Yeah, you mentioned no rifle round in the third. I guess they'll just save twice and pull out the ops, as we did talk about. Ops going to be a big deal for both of these teams. Try to get those up in the first rifle if you're HellRaisers. Or maybe they do have a trick up their sleeve here for round number 3. Although not everyone will be able to force, because that Deagle Kevlar is still going to be a pretty expensive buy into the round.
It is, and Sybil's actually kind of low on the cash right here, $2,100.
Yeah, it should just be a save again from them, and a rifle round with Moo maybe on an op, as he's one person who didn't buy anything. And here he buys a Deagle for $700. All right.
Goodbye. Angel with a Tech 9 as well, so I don't know. Moo and Angel planning to do something. Got one smoke, one flashbang, so they can certainly execute and do something at one of the sites. Moo looks like he's going to go solo. Squeaky way. Smoke goes down at a main. What's going on? Kucher just kind of spamming around, making a whole bunch of noise. Here's the push. Kucher's already out by Bondic with a 3K. That's incredible. Simple Doja. That's a 4K. Damn near for the win. Leaving. Moo all alone. He's the squeaky player. He's still there. He still hasn't made his push. It's a 5 versus 1. Gets spotted at heaven. Can he get the one dude? Misses a couple shots, and there's Dave Cost with the scout through the wall for the kill. 3-0.
Yeah, so, I mean, a couple smokes and flashes. They just wanted to smoke off highway, try to work their way onto the site, but they still obviously had to contend with the players in the backside and over by quad. So that was a bit rough for them. Not able to plant, but here comes that first rifle round, and just, I don't know, it's kind of weird, like 2 players buying in each of those rounds for HellRaisers, like hoping that maybe with the Deagle they just get a one-off pick and can slowly whittle away at FlipSide, but yeah, it didn't work out. FlipSide definitely showed up to play dominant there in the first 3 rounds, and now a very, very important rifle. HellRaisers, again, with all their AKs. FlipSide, though, they do have an op on Davcost, which is interesting that Davcost would be the one to do that. And Markolov is still down there on a FAMAS, so pretty even chance at the round from both teams.
Yeah, I saw kind of a mid-bias defense for a little while, leaving Bondic all alone, but now you see rotation blades coming in. Bondic gets aggressive, pushing up in Squeaky. Is able to get 1 kill right there. Angel's going to back off, waiting on the smoke, and Bondic not quite in boost. He's up in the corner. I think he was thinking about maybe rushing in through that smoke, instead backs off. Tight corner by Squeaky. Kind of a scary position, but it might pay off.
Yeah, a lot of times you're expecting that CP player to be at the fence or stand in front of the door. It can really catch you off guard, but the risk is that, well, if a terrorist just randomly decides to open the door, well, not open it, but more so just randomly spray through it, you're dead.
Yeah.
Or if they decide to open it, your position is lost. And, well, FlipSide able to survive with World Edit and Dav Cost alive, so HellRaisers will have to go right back to that drawing board. And, well, they're in a position where they could force up at least Tech9 in armor. They got the max loss bonus coming in after this, and especially if they get a plant, they'd have a very healthy round 6, even if they do want to buy up a bit here. But looking at it, just a couple deagles. They're really trying to make the deagles work. A lot of teams are these days, but not everyone finding success with it.
Well, really big round right there for FlipSide Tactics, not just taking the pistol round, but also taking gun round, round number 4. So that gives them a colossal amount of momentum over the HellRaisers, who are now forced to just save. Angel's with a smoke and a flashbang, so whatever he does, wherever he goes, is likely going to be the ultimate execute here. Instead, throws a smoke in mid. That might free Moo up, but it's a fake. As the rest of the team works its way towards B. World Edit! Watching from heaven, takes 1, takes 2, and now has Doja on lockdown. Doja's able to make the trade kill, but now we're in a 1 versus 4, and it's just all over.
Yeah, again, just trying to find an entry, just working for those deagles, trying to find the one deag and find an entrance into the site, but it's not working out. World Edit was there, saw them creeping through the smoke. He got, I think, 2 kills, and that was pretty much their chance on the round. But with that max bonus coming in, quite a bit of money. It will be, I've been corrected, thank you. It is Mo. So shout out to
Mo.
Shout out to the Twitter followers. Mo, Moo, Mouse, I don't know. It's not fun.
See, that makes me think of Mo TV now.
Yeah, right? That's why I always kind of said Moo. There already is a Mo.
Yeah, I thought it was Mao myself.
Or Mao. Mo.
These players with their names.
Tough. Yeah, I have to message him. Not that I know him at all, and ask. But here it is, rifles. We got Davcost once again with the op. So, I mean, I've casted with Davcost a few times. It's still been World Edit picking up the op. Maybe it's a cash thing. World Edit, though, will find a trade out there. He will bring down Simple. So 4-on-4 right now. Terror is still kind of spread out, working the default, a little bit geared up towards that A site. Oh, but the door to be open, and Doja spotted.
Yeah, the smokes go down. Pretty much standard smokes right here, along with that veggie rep smoke with a little crack in it. And Bonic works his way over, watching Squeaky. It's all an elaborate fake, though, on the part of Doja, while everybody else works their way towards B site. B site's only going to be watched by Markelov from Heaven. Spots 1, takes 1 kill, drops down, sees another in checkers, gets the other kill. Nice 2K. Kucher finally mops it up, but already Helium, the rotator World Edit, is in position with the M4.
Yeah, so lurking really, really hard right there was Doja out that squeaky door. He's able to kill 1 as they try to rotate. And actually, since he's got control of the site, he's pushed all the way through. You can see him holding up on top of that electrical box, waiting for someone to come up highway. It'll be a little more awkward if they come up truck. Doja knows he's got to move, and he goes in for the frag onto Bondic, but Bondic wins out with a headshot. Kucher will get the bomb down, but will die right there in default. And yeah, it looks like our source saw a HellRaisers vlog, so he knows on good authority that it is pronounced Mo.
Mo, okay.
I will now switch to Mo.
It's Mo.
6-0.
Pretty interesting round for the HellRaisers right there. I mean, they did a big fake tactic over at A. Doja keeping a lot of attention there with Markelov, sole player at B. They were able to get entry eventually, but really Markelov stalled for just enough time. That forced the HellRaisers to go back towards A. They got a bomb plan. I mean, that's a minor victory, but they'd like to get a point.
Yeah, I mean, bomb plants are nice, right? It keeps you funded for your acts of terrorism, but besides that, you do need to win the rounds. And FlipSide has had a very dominant performance so far. Only what? The closest round so far was them getting down to 2 people, so nothing has even come down really to a 1v1 situation for them. Although keeping 2 people up on the CT side is not... You need to keep at least 3 if you want to be earning money as a CT squad. So they're still in a position... Actually, the first 4 were so good, they can lose a rifle or 2 on FlipSide. So HellRaisers have to do a lot of work if they want to find an easy round of FlipSide on an eco. And it's just not working out. Simple is going to go down as he tries to get over the boost. Davcost got him, but Angel is there to trade out. But so is Blade on the reverse for FlipSide. He'll keep that advantage 4-on-3.
Yeah, that was a good rotation for Blade popping out, and that basically shuts down mid. And all the HellRaisers players are kind of peeking their way now towards B site. Blade, not sure what's going on. He's going to keep his eye on mid now from Z Connector. I think that was Mo who threw a flashbang, and now they're just going to come rushing straight on towards A. It's a good choice, though. Bondik's the only person here. If they can execute right this minute, it could be huge. Smoke's coming out.
Well, they throw
Looks
this
like
Molotov, though. Kucher has one. He needs to get it to quad, and he decides for fence. I mean, one or the other.
Yeah.
At least you only have to check one spot. Mo, though, will bring down Markelov elsewhere, and that's actually from highway. He's going to find the player in quad. Blade at Toxic, able to trade out, so 2-on-2, but Blade moving in, going to find one, and he's going to have to pull out the USP. That'll take it to the 1-on-1. The closest we have come in a round. It's up to World Edit versus Doja, and Doja peeking wide will be spotted and brought down to 40. He drops that smoke. World Edit with 11 bullets is going to go in for this. He's just going to go up top. Oh, still making the noise. Now jumping off. World Edit's going all over the place.
Where is he?
They run right past each other. And in the smoke, World Edit going to try to tap the bomb. Will this flash actually work out? Not quite. Doja will take it.
That was awesome. That was awesome. I mean, have you seen a game of cat and mouse like that ever? I mean, the smoke goes down, and it's just round and round the smoke they go, missing each other. Even the flashbang was a miss.
Yeah, with X-Ray on, we knew, like, I thought when Doja went up top, it was just all over. If he just looked down on default, I mean, there was no chance for Doja to respond to that.
And he was so close to it, too.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, HellRaisers finally on the board with 6-1 score line at this point. Whew. And Davkov saying, yeah, I don't like that, so take that with the off. Kucher down quickly. World Edit. I think he might have seen the player hanging out at Flashbang Room outside of B. Going to be a vent entry. World Edit could find himself in a world of trouble here. Drops the smoke. He's got his crosshair looking the wrong way. Still able to turn around and get the kill. And there's Mo with the trade.
Yeah, so still not able to get 3-on-3, but the bomb site has been taken over. Blade will be the first responder. Angel will spot him. Angel standing in fire, though. Won't stay alive on 12 HP. Markelov's dropping in through the vent. Simple will spot him, but does no damage. So Markelov still very, very healthy. And Bondik will find Angel, and now it is just Mo who will also fall to Bondik from up top. That was a nice, both of them peeking onto the site. No chance for the HellRaisers on that one. And that's FlipSide 7-1. And just like that, now HellRaisers have lost their bonus and will actually be forced just like that into a save or kind of an awkward forced position. Looks like Simple not planning on saving. He buys immediately as he was the one with money.
Yeah, right now it looks like FlipSide is simply out shooting HellRaisers. I mean, if you pull up the scoreboard, you see Bondik and Davkos both making these ridiculous sick frags that, frankly, they shouldn't. Even Markelov. I mean, I know he's at the bottom of the board. He's made some ridiculous, 2Ks in clutch situations. It's not about the number of kills you make. It's about the quality of kills. And FlipSide's able to make it happen time and time again. A execute underway.
Yeah, let's see if these smokes... Oh, Molotov's coming in. Counter smoke from Bondik to go back, trying to block their approach. Going to force them to run through one, and it does. Davkos is going to bring one down. That'll be the first on Kucher. Blade getting Simple as he tries to get up on top of that forklift. Angel trying to go over the site, and everyone just being shut down here. Bomb will get planted, though, in that smoke, so that's nice. Some more money coming into that next round, which they will need since they did force up here, and Davkos is just going to go in with the USB. Now he's got a Tech 9. And 4 to survive for FlipSide, so a big economy building ground for the CTs.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like some variation of Cloud9's veggie wrap strategy for HellRaisers. They smoked off Heaven, and then they smoked off the corner, and I think they wanted to wrap all the way around Red and come in. They got stalled up, and were actually able to plant inside the smoke. Again, a minor victory for HellRaisers, but they're just not able to close these things out, especially when you force up. Now, HellRaisers are pretty much out of cash. They have to save. What do you do?
Yeah, well, we can see them still spreading out for the default. They've been trying to make the 1-digs work all of this time, and it looks like maybe this will be the round that it happens. Simple starts them off. He brings down Davkos, so that's quite a victory there. Taking down the Opper just like that. And it seems like that's a new thing for FlipSide, that Davkos maybe is taking over that Op. The last time I'd seen them with Davkos, it was still World Edit.
Yeah, I don't think World Edit's played with the Op a single time this match.
No, he's not. He's just been rocking the A1S
mid taken
towards B.
Mid taken very quickly. Moo already working his way towards headshot. Backs off. And let's see what Future can do. Peeking through Z connector. Catches Blade completely off guard, but he just gets outgunned right there with the M4. So pretty much unfortunate strategy. At least HellRaisers, they've been able to take the bomb site. Simple should be able to get a plant here, no problem. Bomb goes down. And that's the ultimate goal right there on your eco rounds.
Yeah, look at Simple. Started all this off, and he has actually killed everybody. He's got 3 kills right now. Doja's playing far back on the tarp. Bondic's able to take him down, so it's all up to Simple. He'll have to ace to win this, or at least buy enough time, and he'll be stopped at 3 kills. Bondic picks up a 3rd of his own and will defuse that bomb. Maybe a little extra time, I think, for Blade, to go pick up that op. And that'll be FlipSide 9-1. Absolutely dominating and, well, surprising everybody, because we both thought HellRaisers would come out here probably with a 2-0 or at least a 2-1. The community thought that as well.
Here's the thing. I mean, if FlipSide is going to win any map tonight, I would expect it to be on cash, just looking at their prior history. FlipSide's done well. They've taken a 16-9 victory over HellRaisers at Star Series on this map, and they've lost pretty much everything in recent history, including the next map, Cobblestone, and including Inferno. So FlipSide's got to hang on to this lead, especially when they switch around to T-side, if they want to have a chance.
Bondic still going to deny Doja that first entry kill. Doja to fall. Wow. Mo was there to trade it, but Blade up on the catwalk as well will find Mo. So 4 on 3. Simple. Also going to go down. FlipSide maintaining their advantage. They've been very well to be watching each other's backs. And that bomb going down now.
Yes, Kucher takes a little bit of grenade damage and then gets molly, backs off. No damage from the molly, but his position is actually pretty poor at this point thanks to that molly. He's going to be forced back. Angel, nice. Kucher takes a kill. Angel takes another one. That leaves us down to Dave Koss all alone. Bomb actually didn't go down. Kucher's going to go ahead and plant it now, and let's see if Dave can do something. He knows one player's on forklift, gets the kill with the CC75, switches to the off, peeks around the corner. He's in a really bad position with that jump. And Kucher takes the kill. That's another point on the board for HellRaisers. Crucial victory right there.
Yeah, I don't know about the decision to go for the jumping op no scope. Seems pretty low percentage. Gonna be honest. I guess he was trying to just jump and get some information. Maybe the player, he was hoping the player would be crouched on the other side of the box and wouldn't be able to attack, immediately, like right back. But no, the player was walking and then was quickly able to just peek out and finish it. And while a second attempt at the no scope didn't quite work out either. But I mean, his only other option was pull out the CZ, but that would have taken an hour and a half. So yeah, he got kind of beat. And that 1v1, unfortunate for him. Bondic once again posted up near that default spot. He's going to push forward into the smoke this time. He won't even run through. Instead of reloading, yeah, he does to go through. He's into the smoke. He does see the barrel, but he can't find that kill onto Mo. Still, to find 2 like that, that's nice. Blade, whoa, gets flashed right as the player runs out. Did dink him, but didn't get the kill. Davkost able to clean it up with that P250. Now pulling out the op, wins the battle up against Mo, and that leaves Angel all by himself in a 1v3 on the back of the forklift there, and Davkost to bring him down. This guy's been on point this game. 16 kills already.
That's phenomenal. And then let's not forget about Bondic right now, 18-3-5. And I think Bondic is really the one who opened that round up by pushing in through smoke. He got a couple of kills right away and goes down. But by trading or by giving his life up, I think he kind of baited HellRaisers out. They're thinking, okay, well, at least we've got 1 pick on the A site. It should be pretty weak. Unfortunately, it was a 3-man stack on A, so they just walked right into the killing hole.
Yeah, they do. They have actually played pretty A-focused. They've always got like 2 right in the site. Bondic over in the site, actually, and Blade over towards forklift with either, I guess, World Edit's over towards B, so the faster rotator is Davkost from Z to the truck. Able to help them out. And if he feels that mid is controlled, he can even go out Z and up highway. But right now, we see HellRaisers on a pretty broken buy. It's only Mo that's got that AK, a bunch of pistols, and Davkost, there he is, from Z, finding that kill onto Simple, as the rest of his team kind of spreading out, trying to work into B. And it doesn't look like the mid to B portion of this attack is going to be present, because Davkost shut it down.
Well, here's a flashbang, an initial entry that's going to force World Edit back into checkers. Still no entry. Nice flashbang, though. Blinds 2. World Edit's able to take a kill. The lurk also goes down, so now you've just got Doja and Kucher all alone. World Edit still in checkers. He gets taken down, but Blade's already rotated from mid up to vent. I think they know he's there. Drops a flashbang.
Only got an MP7. Oh, they're going to boost up.
This is going to work. Oh! MP7 was the best weapon for the job at that close range. Not able to pay off. Doja takes him down with the AK-47. That evens us up. We're in a 2v2 situation. Problem is, all the intel is there, and you see Bondic squeezing around the corner, closes it in, allowing himself and DevCost to mop up the mess. 11-2. This is a surprising half.
Was Bondic coming in from B main, or did he also come through defense?
Bondic came in from B main.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got pinched. They knew exactly where everyone was. I mean, they put one in the vents, but that obviously wasn't the bomb carrier, so they know the bomb can't get out of there. So they knew that it still had to be the B focus. So well played from FlipSide. Maybe it got a bit closer than it needed to. World Edit got kind of completely caught off guard over in Checker. Obviously, he did get a kill from that position, but I think he probably could have actually got 2. And maybe it wouldn't have been quite as close, but that doesn't really matter, right? FlipSide and DevCost, this guy's insane. He's going to get another nice shot there onto Kucher, who couldn't quite land that one deagle. At least I think it was the deagle coming his way. So DevCost, you know, eco frags, but still pretty nice. Going to keep you warmed up with that AWP, and Bondic and Markelov will just close it out. So FlipSide up to 12 rounds on the CT side.
This is insane. Last round of the first half, 12-2 current score line. Of course, this was HellRaisers map pick. So you'd expect them to do maybe a little bit better on the map that they chose to play on here. See them buying out full. This is a best of 3. Next match will be on Cobble, FlipSide's pick.
Yeah, like you said, this is the one map that FlipSide had over them. HellRaisers has the other, including Cobble. But then if you look at it overall, Cobble seems to be the stronger map for FlipSide. So like maybe now there's a small chance that FlipSide will 2-0 it, but I'm thinking the better chance is still that you would have each team winning each other's maps. But who knows? I mean, maybe the simple dynamic isn't working out like we thought. I thought it might be better. He'd be very motivated to beat his previous team. He'd know them, be able to read them. Maybe that's why DevCost is opping, actually, right? Simple's like, I know what World Edit does on every single map.
To switch it up.
And now they're like, well, I'll just let DevCost op. And while it's like the same map, it's cached, there's only so many places you can op. But there's still some individual tendencies that are going to make it a bit different. And I think that's I'm going to throw it out there. I'm probably completely off. They've probably released a blog and a video that has said that DevCost is just into opper. but I don't know this. I'm working in my own mind, and that's my theory.
Doja opens the door, throws truck smoke, interesting enough, and then gets fired off. Walks right out, stands in the fire, down to 45 health before he gets taken down by Bondic from Quad. Kucher's able to trade on in, but the problem is Kucher's the last man standing at this point. Tactics just didn't pay off for him. Can't even get towards the bomb location, taken down by Markelov, and just an unimpressive performance first half by the HellRaisers.
Yeah, it was just absolute domination from FlipSide. You had Bondic over there at A, DevCost in middle, Blade was at A as well, which is why he's got up to the double digits of 12 kills. But anytime that HellRaisers have tried to step out and challenge either DevCost or Bondic, they lost the duel. Sometimes they lost even 2 players to one of them. There was no trading. There were, I guess, some set plays, but most of the time they weren't patient enough to wait for the A main smoke to go away. So they were charging through a smoke, coming out blind, and we saw Bondic exploit that, just standing on the outside of it, even pushing through it at one point.
To great success, too. I think he got a 2K pushing straight through smoke like that.
Nearly a 3rd kill, too. So HellRaisers completely outplayed, just not quite on their game, not hitting their shots and opening things up.
I think it was HellRaisers who played against E-Bettle on Overpass not too long ago. And
I haven't got to see E-Bettle play yet. I've only heard.
I saw one round where E-Bettle actually employed a really weird smoke strategy where they just smoked off. You know, they built a wall on Overpass, and then they dropped fire at bank. Overpass, A site.
At A? Okay.
Yeah, so they just cut it in half, then they fired off the bank and walked in from long A to get the quick, easy plant. The smoke pushed HellRaisers away from bank, and then they were just kind of lucky, spamming through smoke, getting a couple of kills right there. Impressive stuff, and I think HellRaisers ended up losing that matchup against E-Battle, brand new team.
Yeah, that seems similar to what Navi likes to do, exploiting how easy long is to take, and obviously known for their slow play and their set strategies, able to get into the A site more often than not.
Well,
but here we go, second half.
Here we go.
It really will all be decided in a pistol round.
Yeah, I mean, HellRaisers, the pressure is certainly on them. This is, keep in mind, a best of 3. This is just the first matchup, which is Cash. Next one's going to be Cobble. And if we do go to a third, it's Inferno. Winner goes on to play Kingwin in the winner's bracket, and then the loser's going to drop down to the lower bracket and play against Team Melty. So this is certainly not the last we've seen of either of these teams in the Pro Placement Tournament, and I'm sure both are going to make it in the Pro Series.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'd still say they both probably will make it through, but Melty, if it's a team a lot of you have not heard of, are no team to overlook. They do have some ridiculous aimers, although Kingwin a bit better. Kingwin did disassemble Melty with ease the other day.
Now, Kingwin's certainly an up-and-comer.
That they are. Definitely do deserve to be in the Pro League.
Look at Simple. Getting super aggressive, takes one shot, misses. That could have been a huge sneaky kill right there. Problem is, mid control's been given up. FlipSide, Bondic, Markelov working their way in. Blade
Yeah,
also spamming shots. It's gonna be a big B take. Should work out nicely. Angel spotted. Corner of checkers. Trades in. No need to trade. They just take that
gotta
kill.
kill Doja. There it is. Davcost actually got that. He missed so many shots, and now, yeah, still standing out by the tarp. He's taken down from behind by Simple, but Bondic and Markelov right back on the board now from upstairs. Will bring down the pain, at least on the one person. And, oh, he could have almost died to the flashbang. That would have been hilarious, but it'll be Markelov get 3 kills and close it out.
That's kind of big. That's two pistol rounds.
Probably the game.
Yeah, 2 pistol rounds for FlipSide Tactics, and I mean, look at this. Scoreline 14-2, HellRaisers. They have to do something. Looks like they're going to save. No, they are not. Simple just buys out. Nobody else was doing it, and Simple dropped himself to $150 with the deagle. Grenades going in Mo, Future, and Doja's hands. See what they can do. They've got to get this round, especially with how they bought.
And I love FlipSide's buy on this round, kind of adapting to what I would call the new meta of surviving the force buys. You just keep one person on a Tech 9 or a lesser SMG, whatever. And I got to make sure they're even using it this way. World that it's still launching a counter boost. But when you decide, like, all right, we're going to go A, you would, in this case, put World Edit in first, run out, run and gun with that SMG, do what you got to do, get the information. If you happen to figure out that, oh, there's 5 people here, World Edit has died, whatever. You've given up an SMG, you take your rifles, you go to the other site, you plant, and then you hold on. I think that is the best way to deal with these force buys up at the CTs that are so terrifying and really do have such a high probability of winning.
At this point, HellRaisers have already used up all of their smokes. And now it's just up to FlipSide Tactics to go ahead and choose a site. They've already got one pick on Angel. That forces a B rotate, and now they're working their way towards A. If they can execute very quickly, it might work, but watch for Mo. Can't even get this guy's name right ever. Tough. He's able to find Blade. Problem is he's got a USB. 1v2. Loses the fight.
Yeah, that flank got shut down by Davcost. Now they're working into the A site. They were really working the legs of HellRaisers here. They've started in middle. They've rotated to A, back to B, now back to A. They were putting in the miles, and also while Blade did go down with the Galil, World Edit was able to pick that Galil back up. So no SMGs surviving. And, well, they might actually want to purchase up another SMG because HellRaisers, with the way their money is and the fact that FlipSide's already on match point, it will just be pistol armor and the scout. So it might be a good idea to keep a lesser weapon. But nope, they'll go AKs with 1 Galil on Blade.
Well, I mean, FlipSide really doesn't have a whole lot to lose. They'd like to close this round as quickly as they can. Let's see what Simple chooses to do. Works his way up, gets spammed through the wall just a little. Well, I think he was thinking about, he's got a flashbang. He's thinking about pushing into mid. Finds one. Unable to get the shot off, though. He's going to back off.
Now Blade, yeah, is taking some damage, actually more than that of Simple. And you can see FlipSide taking it slow. Now Bondic will open things up. He's going to bring down the player. That was Simple again, who was trying to control up middle. I think it was even maybe walking through.
That was really good, Molly.
Oh, and Davcost to bring down Doja. But do they know that Angel has positioned himself in the back of the sunroom here? Well, if they do know, they don't seem to care. They've just completely given up. I think they realize that there's a chance a player got in there. Oh, and they try to get out middle. Akujer with a nice 1D onto Davcost. Picks up that scout. And Angel, that was a player in sunroom. He's pushed through. He's brought down the bomb carrier. Still 40 seconds here, and still likely that FlipSide take this, but maybe closer than it needed to be. World Edit caught off guard. He's lucky Angel had only 4 HP. And now it'll be Akujer with the scout, 1 versus 3. And he's actually involved in a 1v1 battle with Markelov over here.
Yeah.
Markelov wins it, and domination from FlipSide.
Yeah, that's 16 and 2 total domination right there. The play you were talking about with Angel, they threw a molly on his position and he just never peeked out. So I think that they just assumed with the location of the molly, surely nobody can be there, but there was just a little sliver where Angel could stand. It gave him the element of surprise to poke out, but again, you don't have the guns, you're getting out aimed, and you're outnumbered. The odds are just totally against HellRaisers in that situation. 16-2. HellRaisers only won 2 rounds. That was on T side, gun rounds, gun 7 and gun round 11.
Yeah, so that's a really rough performance. They're going to need to kick themselves into gear here for the second map of Cobble, which we will get to in a moment. So big shout out to everyone here watching the stream on mlg.tv/playcevo. But we'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll have more action. And of course, if you want to support your casters, you can do so. Up at the top, we've got myself, Helium, at Heliumbrella, and Sabo, I think that's your handle, I don't even know,
Yep.
is at Pat Flanagan, also up at the top. So let us know what you thought. This is actually the first time we've cast together, isn't it?
We might have casted one like a long time ago.
Yeah, maybe a long time ago.
Yeah.
But all right, Cobble coming up, guys. Stick around.